Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about The Crown, Season 4, Episode 2. If you want to see my video on Episode 1, then it's right on the top of the screen. So, starting off, we see two people shooting a big elk, and the royals want to shoot an even bigger elk. So, full stuff, I gotta say, I love the outdoor scenery of this episode. The vacation home and all the hunting scenes. It was really good, and I love the drone shots. I felt like I was watching Planet Earth or something. It was really good. So Charles is at the opera with his new girlfriend Diana, and he's saying he has to go to Zimbabwe for the summer, so they won't be able to see each other for a while. So he's like, "Why don't you come over to my vacation home and we hang out?" And she's like, "Yeah, that sounds good." So Margaret Thatcher is speaking with the cabinet, and she wants to shake up the government budget, but the Conservative Party doesn't like that. She doesn't like it when they patronize her and lecture her, and they treat her like she's stupid, and she thinks that the cabinet's being weak and complacent. And I kind of like how she's like bitching about this to her husband, but he just doesn't give a fuck about politics. It's kind of funny. So Margaret and her husband visit the royal family's vacation home, and they do not fit in. Full stop, they're very shocked at how lavish the home they're staying at is. Like, they're very surprised to find out that their room is, in fact, two rooms. And they make an awkward first impression by being early for dinner and not being properly dressed. Like, come on, man, it was tea time, not dinner time. You should know the difference. So, and he also ruins the dibble dibble game with an over professional and rigid manner of speaking. It's a very strange game that I did not know existed until now. Anyway, so she has a lack of knowledge and enjoyment of hunting, like she wears the wrong clothes. But a part of me says that she did that on purpose, so she has an excuse to leave. So she, like I said, she ditches hunting to go back to the vacation home and go back to work. But apparently she's sitting in Queen Victoria's chair, and nobody sits in that chair, as Margaret points out. So she attends this Scottish festival, and she hates that as well. She doesn't like I don't know, the free attitudes they'll doing it. Like, it's very foreign to her, and she's not comfortable with that. They have this weird wood flipping sport, which the royal family loves, but she just doesn't get. She's like Ben when everybody's talking about Little Sebastian in Parks and Recreation. Everybody's obsessed with the Little Sebastian, and he just doesn't get it. And I could relate to that. These middle class tendencies set her apart from the other royals, so it kind of makes things awkward between them. And I could relate. I could relate to being in a group of people and not really having the same interests as them, and kind of struggling to fit in. So, I could relate to Margaret Thatcher in this one. So she has to leave in an emergency meeting, and the royal family really doesn't care. But Diana soon arrives, and she meets the royal family for the first time, and she charms them all. Everybody loves this woman. However, Charles is still in love with Camilla. Even though she's married to someone else, he can't get over her. And she can't get over him. So Diana goes hunting with Philip, and they shoot the elk and have a nice day together. Now, I think she gets along with Philip well because they could both relate to being outsiders to the royal family. And everybody loves Diana to the point where the royal family, especially Philip, want Charles to marry Diana. But Charles doesn't want to do this because, one, he's still in love with Camilla, and two, he doesn't really know Diana that well. They just met. I feel like that's one of the reasons the marriage didn't work out so well. And Anne convinces Charles to marry Diana, so he does so. And they just kind of rushed into this relationship without knowing each other well, like I said. I feel like if they dated a few years before they got married, they'd realize that they're not compatible, and it wouldn't have worked out. So later, Margaret files three of her staff members for being privileged, entitled wimps, and Elizabeth kind of warns her about making enemies, but Margaret feels like it's necessary to make progress. Margaret's the type of bitch who doesn't mess around. She doesn't. She likes to get things done. Reminds me of someone today. Moving on. This episode ends with Diana getting hounded by the paparazzi, which to me foreshadows the paparazzi surrounding her after her death. And kind of how the paparazzi were obsessed with her and Charles's relationship throughout the 80s and 90s. They kind of glamorized it, and I think that final shot signified the beginning. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say about this episode. I liked it a lot, as with every episode of The Crown for me. I'm gonna give this a B plus. I really like Gillian Anderson's performance as Margaret Thatcher, and I like how we got a couple more scenes with Helena Bonham Carter as Princess Margaret. And it was just fun to see the royal family loosen up and act like a family. You don't really see that much. Usually they're all prim and proper, but it's nice to see them let loose once in a while. What do you guys think about this episode down in the comments? And please leave out spoilers for the rest of the season in case people haven't seen it yet. I'll be posting about The Crown every either Tuesday or Monday, so stay tuned for those. I hope everybody out there has a nice day and stay safe and peace.